present. A large number of couples are infertile all over the world, including in India. What is infertility? It is the inability to produce children in spite of unprotected sex cohabitation. The couples are unable to produce children in spite of unprotected sex cohabitation.
Infertility may be in male or female partner, but often females are blamed in India. Reasons for infertility are the reasons for infertility may be physical, it may be congenital, may be due to diseases, or it may be due to the intake of drugs, and maybe due to immunological reasons. Or even psychological. So the reasons for infertility can be physical, it can be due to some diseases, it can be due to some immunological reasons, it may be due to congenital, or maybe taking some drugs due to that, or it can be even psychological. So these are the reasons for infertility. And for the correction of this infertility, there are specialized healthcare units which are called infertility clinics. There are specialized hospitals called infertility clinics. Infertility clinics they diagnose, and also give corrective treatments. The specialized healthcare units called infertility clinics, they diagnose the disease and also give some corrective treatments for infertility. So we can say that corrective treatments to have children. When the treatments are not sufficient, the couples assisted with techniques that are collectively called assisted reproductive technology or ART. Assisted reproductive technology or ART. For the treatment of infertile couples, there are specialized healthcare centers called infertility clinics. They diagnose and give some corrective treatments to have child. But these centers are also failed. When the treatments are also not sufficient, the couples are assisted with some techniques, and that is called assisted reproductive technology or ART. Now let us see briefly first is in vitro fertilization or IVF. In this method, the fertilization is taking place in the test tube. It is the test tube baby fertilization. Test tube baby. Here the fertilization takes place outside the body, and later the embryo is transferred. Embryo is transferred. In this method, the female is induced to produce multiple egg or ova. The female is induced to produce multiple egg or ova. The egg is then collected from wife or donor. Sperm collected from husband or donor. The sperm and egg is placed in the culture medium. The sperm and egg incubated in the culture medium under simulated condition. Fertilized and form zygote. Later this zygote is transferred into the uterus of wife, and it gets implants and pregnancy continues. In vitro fertilization or IVF, it is also called a test tube baby program, where fertilization is taking place in vitro outside the body, and later the embryo or the zygote is transferred to the uterus. The female is induced to produce multiple egg or ovum. And in case of the female who is not unable to produce ovum, it can be collected from the donor. The egg can be collected from the wife or donor. And in case of sperms, that can be collected from the husband or donor. And it should be incubated in the culture medium under simulated condition. Simulated condition means the similar condition that in the body, like same temperature, pH, etc. Fertilization is taking place, fertilize, and it forms the zygote in the culture medium, and it may undergo the first cleavages and the embryo is forming. Later, the embryo is transferred into the uterus of wife, and it gets implants and pregnancy continues. This method can be applicable if the mother have some problems in ovulation, or the husband who is having less sperm count or unable to produce sperm. In such cases, it can depend on the donor and could be collected from the sperm bank or from the donor, and in vitro fertilization is done. Within this in vitro fertilization that follows two methods after the fertilization: zygote intrafallopian transfer, ZIFT, zygote intrafallopian transfer, where the zygote or embryo with 8 blastomeres transferred to the fallopian tube. And the second one is intrauterine transfer. IUT. Intrauterine transfer or IUT. Where the embryo up to the blastocyst stage transferred into the uterus. After the in vitro fertilization, the zygote formed or the embryo formed is transferred to the fallopian tube or to the uterus. Based on that, there are two methods or techniques are used. That is, first one, zygote intrafallopian transfer or ZIF, where the zygote or the embryo with 8 blastomeres is transferred to the fallopian tube. Zygote intrafallopian transfer. And in the second method, the intrauterine transfer or IUT, intrauterine transfer, IUT, where the embryo in the blastocyst stage is transferred into the uterus. Second method is gamete intrafallopian transfer, or otherwise known as GIFT, where the ovum collected from the donor is transferred to the female, who cannot produce ovum collected from the donor is transferred to the female who cannot produce ovum but can provide suitable environment for fertilization. In this case, washed sperms and ova are transferred to the ampulla of fallopian tube. For fertilization and cleavage. And that's about the gamete intrafallopian transfer or GIFT. The ovum collected from the donor is transferred to the female who cannot produce ova but can provide suitable environment for fertilization. Here the washed sperms and ova are transferred to the ampulla with the help of some laparoscope into the fallopian tube. for fertilization and cleavage. And further developments are taking place, and thus the person can conceive. The third one is the intracytoplasmic sperm injection. Intracytoplasmic sperm injection, ICSI. The sperm is directly injected into the ovum in culture medium. And later the zygote or embryo transferred to fallopian tube or uterus. Transferred to the fallopian tube or uterus. Intracytoplasmic sperm injection is another method of ART where the sperm is directly injected into the ovum in culture medium and later the zygote or the embryo is transferred into the fallopian tube or into the uterus. This method is used where the sperm's acrosome may not be functional or not be able to penetrate the ovum, the zona pellucida, and get fertilized. Such cases, this method can be used. And next is, fourth one is artificial insemination. It is useful in case of male partner unable to inseminate the female or the male
with low sperm count.
That condition is called oligospermia. The male partner with low sperm count, the semen of the male partner or donor is collected concentrated and introduced into the vagina or uterus of the female. If it is transferred into the uterus, it is called intrauterine insemination. IUI. The third method is the intracytoplasmic sperm injection or ICSI. The sperm is directly injecting into the ovum in the culture media. Later fertilization takes place and the zygote or the embryo is transferred to the fallopian tube or to the uterus. This can be done in case of the male partner whose sperm, the acrosome is not functional or not be able to dissolve the zona pellucida of the ovum and get fertilized. Artificial insemination is another method, AI. This could be useful in case of the male partner who is unable to inseminate the female or the male with low sperm count, a condition called oligospermia. The semen of the male partner or the donor is collected, concentrated and it is introduced into the vagina or into the uterus of the female. If it is transferred into the uterus, it is known as intrauterine insemination, IUI. So these are some of the assisted reproductive technologies. And we know that there is an important question used to ask in our NCERT also, it is included. Suggest some methods to assist the infertile couples to have children. So you'll have to explain all these 4 techniques. Now let us see briefly the drawbacks of assisted reproductive technology. These techniques are not possible with females whose uterine wall is damaged. A female with a damaged uterine wall, these techniques are not possible to implement. And it requires high precision, specialized professionals, and it's very expensive, especially the instrumentation for these techniques. It may be available in a few centers only, and it also may be available to a few people. It also faces some issues in the society like ethical, religious, emotional and moral issues. So these are the drawbacks of assisted reproductive technology. That's all about the assisted reproductive technology. If assisted reproductive technologies are also failed or not be able to implement, the couples should not disappoint. For the parentalship or the parentalhood, they can adopt children. And about the legal adoption, as we know that in our country, in India, there are a lot of orphans and destitutes, and people, those who are willing and those who wish to adopt children and to fulfill their parentalhood, they can follow the legal adoption, which is a good policy for them and also for such children. And that's about this chapter, reproductive health. Thank you.